two, as it were. Robs used to be the connector player, and I think Elise will be the connector player as well. I don't think there's going to be too big of a change, which means for Rain to stay on that A bomb side where he's been an anchor for quite some time, it makes an awful lot of sense. So I don't really anticipate too many changes on the CT side. It could get interesting on the T side because Elise wants to be involved, and then perhaps me and Rain have to move away from middle and play a bit more of an anchor role on the T side. But as for the CT side, I think he stays.
Do you anticipate Elise and Robs playing connector any differently? Because it's a position rather where you can get, aggressive if you want to, you can fall back a little bit if you want to. Do you think Elise is going to be a bit more up in your face?
I think Elise is going to be a bit more up in your face. I think Robs is very good in connector and around the stair area. I think Elise is even better when he's pushing out middle, when he's pushing up top middle, when he's getting a little bit freaky with it. Sometimes you see Elise also being in underground, So I do think there's going to be a slight difference right here. Robs a bit more passive, Elise a bit more aggressive. No
Let's
doubt.
talk about the third map. If we do get to see it, that will be Nuke. And this is where the conversation, I think, gets very, very interesting indeed. And maybe we even need to add Frozen's name into the mix here of what could potentially happen.
We have to establish from the get-go that Robs is the ramp player. We need to take that into consideration. He's obviously no longer around, which is going to be a bit of an issue for FaZe Clan because you're not going to put Elise on ramp. There's just no way he's going to be stuck there. It's a position where you can't really do much. You have to stay alive. You have to fall down lower. Now, Rain used to be the outside player for FaZe. And I think if there's one map that comes into mind where we always say Rain, he finds an awful lot of impact on the CT side, it was that Nuke side outside. Yeah. Now, Elise is also pretty good at playing that position. Yes. So if we follow the trend and we think that they're going to accommodate for Elise a little bit more than they're going to accommodate for Rain, I think there's a world where Elise takes over outside, which means Rain potentially will move towards ramp. But I will say there's also a world where Kerrigan will give up some of that control and Kerrigan won't be on the inner bomb side, which has been a weakness for FaZe Clan, which means Kerrigan could then move to ramp. Rain could go inside and Frozen will stay where he is. I don't think Frozen will be stuck on ramp. So it is a bit of a question mark, but if I were to guess, I'd say Elise is the one